Welcome, chemists, to another episode on Chemistry with Anima. Today, we will be discussing compounds, elements, and mixtures, the nature of matter. And we define matter as anything that has mass and occupies space. We also discuss the state of matter, which is the solid state, the liquid state, and the gaseous state. We proceeded to discuss some properties matter has, which was classified into the physical properties and chemical properties. We also discussed some changes matter can undergo, which were also classified as physical changes, which is the reversible change, and chemical changes, which is the irreversible change. So today we will be discussing elements, compounds, and mixtures. Let's get right into it. An element is a substance that cannot be splitted into smaller units as it already exists in its simplest form. There are about 118 elements that exist in different percentages across the world. And these elements are classified as metals, non-metals, or metalloids. Chemists arrange these elements in a table known as the periodic table. Examples of these elements include hydrogen, helium, beryllium, boron, oxygen, and so on and so forth. If you are not conversant with these elements, we will discuss them in another video where we will highlight some of these elements, their symbols, their valencies, and so on and so forth. So, what is a compound? A compound can be defined as a substance that contains two or more elements chemically combined together. Now, I want you to note the key word there, chemically combined together. A compound is formed as a result of a chemical change. Yes, it's formed as a result of a chemical change. It is irreversible, and new substances are formed that are completely different from the constituent. So, compounds are chemically combined together. Now, when we talk about mixtures, mixtures contain two or more elements or two or more compounds or elements and compounds physically combined together. Now, I want you to note the difference between compound and mixtures. Compounds are chemically combined together. They contain two or more constituents chemically combined together, while mixtures contain two or more constituents as well, but they are physically combined together. Other differences between mixtures and compounds include mixtures can be separated by physical means, obviously, because they are physically combined together, but compounds cannot be separated by physical means because they are chemically combined together. The properties of mixtures is the same thing as the properties of its constituent. That is, if A plus B give me mixture AB, the properties of AB would be the properties of A plus the properties of B. But for compounds, the properties of the compound is entirely different from the properties of its constituent. Mixtures cannot be represented with chemical formulas, but compounds are represented with chemical formulas. A very good example of a compound is water. Water can be represented as H2. And I can say this H2O is produced from H hydrogen plus another hydrogen plus an oxygen. Note that this is not the right way to write a chemical formula or chemical equation. I am just using this as an explanation. So from this example, we can say that hydrogen and oxygen combine together to give us the compound H2O. But since this is a compound, it simply means that H2O cannot be separated into hydrogen, and oxygen. It has an entirely different property from hydrogen and oxygen, which shows that it is a compound. Because hydrogen and oxygen are chemically combined together to give us H2O, H2O has an entirely different property from hydrogen and oxygen. An example of mixture is salt and water. Salt and water are physically combined together, and as a result, through specific means, we can also separate this salt and water into different constituents. So basically, the major difference between mixtures and compounds is that mixtures are physically combined together, while compounds are chemically combined together. Now, you need to take note of the meaning of these elements, mixtures, and compounds, as we tend to use this word in other chemistry endeavors and you don't want to mix them up. So this will be the end of this session with me. If you are a first timer, you're welcome to the family and I'm so happy you chose to join this channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel as there are so many chemistry discoveries to be made. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, Drop your comments in the comment section, ask questions, drop your suggestions, and I'll make sure I reply to each and every one of them. Also, make sure you share this video with your friends, family, and other people you think will be interested in knowing more about chemistry. And ensure you turn on the post notification because the next session will be mind blowing. See you in the next class.